Good morning. Just in case they trying to convince you that being single, child-free, and living alone is bogus, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. It's propaganda. Don't fall for it. Hey, Serena, what? And we, what? And we, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Guys, what do you want guys for? Forget about it. Live by yourself. You take care of yourself. You clean up after yourself. You don't have to wipe nobody else's ass.
I'ma say this in the most humblest way, and one thing life is teaching me right now is that I can really do this shit by myself.
You all remember when we used to tell women, that's why you're single? And we used to laugh? Hey, you can't say it anymore because they actually want to be single. They actually doing their single stuff for real. They ain't want to be bothered. They actually don't like us anymore. They actually don't want us. So you can't say that's why you're single and it doesn't work anymore. It's not fun anymore. Hey, joke's on us.
Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Miss Kafwe. So today I'm doing a topic I'm really passionate about: how women are thriving when they are single. If you've been single before or you're single now, you know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to go on and on in the introduction. You know what I'm talking about. But let me tell you, let's do what we do here. You know, I don't love to talk too much in the introduction. I really hate it. So let's quickly jump right into these videos and then I'll be back to give my hot take on this one.
I kid y'all not. When I tell you, I feel like when I say my life be feeling better when I don't deal with a man, I'm not playing, okay? Now, I don't want to really jinx myself, but all I'm going to say is that my mind has been so clear. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really was dealing with a lot with this guy, right? To the point where, like, all I kept thinking about was him, what we was going through, drama for the last, 6 months, okay? And, you know, like, I think I was purposely trying to, like, distract myself from my personal life and from me grieving or whatever the case may be. But now that I haven't been dealing with this man, y'all, and even some stuff that I've been trying to do, like, my friend will tell you, it was just not working. Like, anything I tried to do, it's like, dang, I'm getting denied for this, I'm getting denied for that, or this, that, and the third, right? I kid y'all not. This last couple of days, I've been so focused, and when I tell y'all I've been getting yeses instead of the denies, oh yeah, been getting yeses. I've been listening to my gospel now more than ever. I've been handling my business. I'm so much more focused now. Like, it feels so good to not be like distracted by men, like distracted by a guy. Like, what? And then another thing is that it could block your blessings as well. Like, it can literally block you from your blessings when you are just choosing to be stuck in a negative place with a negative person. So I'm here to tell you, like, if you trying to figure out why stuff isn't going a certain way, why God isn't opening doors, and why you don't find the motivation in life and all this, maybe because that person is depressing you, maybe because that person is stopping you from growing and stopping you from focusing on what's important in your life. So yeah, I keep telling y'all, when I'm not dealing with a man, that's when I do my best. I promise you that.
I wanted to talk to you about your decision to remain single since your 40s. Have you ever regretted that?
Never for a moment. Never for a moment. You know, it's not like it was a conscious decision that on February the 12th at 8 p.m. I sat down and I wrote down, I will never get involved with a man. No, it wasn't that way. It's just, you know, in the course of my life, that was not an issue. It was simply ceased to be an issue.
Yeah. But the celibate part, was that a bitch?
No. Because, you know, it's a law of physics that an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. So, you know, when you're sexually involved, you want more and you want more. And then when you're not having it, somehow it just, you know, fades onto the back burner.
When I tell you that I have zero interest in dating ever again, I mean that. Like, there is not a single thought in the back of my mind that thinks, oh, maybe one day, or what if. Like, I've dated enough men on the spectrum of good guy to doesn't give a shit to know that they have nothing I want or need. And it's at the point where I can't even imagine myself on a date with a man because the thought of asking him how his day was makes me cringe. Like, number one, I don't care. And number two, if you tell me it was bad, I'm going to assume you deserved it. Like, that's where my head's at. And I know people think I'm projecting when I talk about how happy I am to be single and free, but as long as there are women and girls who are forced into marriages or who feel like they can't leave for financial reasons or their own safety, I feel like being single as a woman is the ultimate privilege. I just don't know what a man could provide me at this point. Like companionship, like I have my dog and my friends. Intimacy, like are they even good at that? If you've never been in a long-term relationship before, you might not realize how fast that shit fades. Who's gonna take care of you when you're older? I am so focused on eating healthy, rarely drinking, lifting weights that hopefully I can take care of myself for as long as possible. But beyond that, I invest in my friendships where we look out for each other. And how many men do you know who are excellent caregivers, especially to older women? I actually have so few problems now that I don't date. Like, I'm way less anxious. I spend less on therapy. My pH is balanced. The thing is, being with a man will always include some sort of compromise. And if that's what you want, power to you. For me, I never want to compromise again. And I don't have to when I'm on my own.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So look, any man that comes and tells you that's why you single, that's the biggest compliment that he could give you, especially in this day and age, because it's not beneficial to a woman who has solidified financial security and stability, meaning that you got your own house, you got your own place, your own car, you making money. It doesn't benefit you to be in a relationship with these men these days. And I mean, I hate that. It used to be a flex to have a man because men took pride in providing for their women, regardless of all the extra headache that came along with them. Because I'm going to just tell you this, men have never been faithful. They have always cheated. And for those women say not all men cheat, whatever man you feel like has not cheated, maybe your grandfather, your grandmother took those secrets about him to her grave if she's, deceased. Or she just ain't tell you. Because every man at some point in their life and relationship with a woman has stepped out on that woman. I'm not saying that they do it all the time. You know what I mean? But at some point, especially if you've been together for years, that man has stepped out. So for all the women that's delusional to think that no man cheats, that's because you just didn't find out. That's because maybe your grandmother, kept those secrets that she knew about your grandfather to herself, or your mother, or whoever. But back then, men took pride in caring for the home. Men took pride in paying bills, putting their women in cars for transportation because they had children. Now, men use women for those things that they used to provide for women. Meaning that they got men that's moving in with women, driving their cars, tearing your shit up. These men are no longer being of service to you. They're coming to you for you to service them. So, I mean, being single is a really big flex, especially when you got yourself together. Because you're not obligated. You don't have to deal with the responsibility. Only person that you have to care about is yourself. So any man that's trying to manipulate you and tell you, well, that's why you single, tell him thank you. Because that's a compliment.
If you are single, let me tell you something. Being single is your biggest superpower. Why? Because you have all the time and freedom to do as you please. You have all the time and freedom to grow, to learn, to invest in yourself, to decide to move to a different country as you please. It's your biggest superpower. People who are in relationships, of course, happy relationships are a blessing, but they have to consider a whole human being before making moves and decisions. You don't have to. You can move as you please. If you want to change your identity, change your look, you don't need to consult with anyone. You just do it. And that access to that much freedom in adulthood is a big blessing, because as you grow, responsibilities increase and the freedom isn't as much. And so if you find yourself single, instead of thinking of it like, where's my man? I don't have a man. Think of it as, I'm thriving. I have all this time to be by myself, to pour into myself, to work on my traumas, to work on all these different things. That's a big blessing.
So I just saw an interesting video from a woman, and she said she has no problem if a man wants to go 50-50, but she's like, okay, so first of all, don't expect 100% femininity or submission from me. And also, if you want to go 50-50, we're going 50-50 on everything. Those dishes, those chores, those, household duties, those like everything that you typically want. Like, I might not have a problem with going 50-50. You might have an issue with it. But here's why I would never even accept those terms from a man. So I'm single. I've been single for a minute by choice because I look good. But I don't even entertain dudes because right now I'm in a PhD program and I see a lot of women in the world going 50-50, but it's not 50-50. And not just because of stuff we typically say. Oh, because men expect you to do the emotional labor and the household work. It's because men themselves are so draining. I'm like, I would so much rather be by myself and never have to compromise on anything. Even if a man wanted to go, 70-30. Like, even I've never been in those relationships. Like, when I'm with a man, he pays for everything. But I don't even want to date right now because men are so taxing. It's not even worth it. The little bit of extra financial whatever I would get is not worth the stress of having them exist in my world. Men are succubi, okay? Fight me. They do nothing but drain your energy like the emotional vampires that they are, and I don't have time for it. I'm so happy when I come home to my own apartment where I pay my own bills and I don't have to talk about anything with anyone. I'm drained, okay? I've been talking all freaking day. I had to talk at work. Both my jobs involve a lot of talking. I had to talk at school. I had to expound on theories and reading. I had to pull something out of my behind for my professors. I had to write, and then I had to talk about what I wrote. I'm exhausted. I don't want to go back and forth with you about why this and why that and why the other and listen to like your boring crap about your emotions. I don't care. I am willing to pay for the privilege of being by myself. And yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's so hard having to do everything myself. Like, just having to be in charge of everything. Because I'm like, wow. If I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. I have to make sure that the insurance, the electricity bill, the everything goes out. Not the paying of it so much is stressful, although that's stressful too because this city is expensive AF. But it's more so just the making sure it all gets done. Nothing can fall through the cracks. And oh, shoot. As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, dang, I need to make my car payment before it's late. It's not that I don't have the money. I just forget. I'm going to do that before midnight. But the point of it is, I would rather deal with that than have to deal with a man because it's just not equitable. They are draining and they suck. Like and follow for more.
If you're a single woman in your 30s, unmarried, no kids, you are winning in life. And let me impart 3 reasons why I feel this way. The first reason is you made it this far without having any children, and that leaves your options very, very open. My generation, we were just expected to get married and have kids, and if you made it to your 30s without being married, you were actually frowned upon. But in this generation, you could do all sorts of things. You could switch careers, you could change cities. The sky's the limit. The second thing is you have to understand that things are not always what they seem. Like, for instance, my best friend, she was 31 or 32 at the time that I was 30. And I'd given myself a 30th birthday party, and she flew out to attend the party. And we were in the kitchen, and I had not yet told her that my first marriage was over and I was getting ready to file for divorce. So we're standing in the kitchen, right? And she says, oh my God, you have such a beautiful life. Look at this home and you have 2 beautiful kids and blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't hold it anymore. And I said, girl, this is a shit show. This is a shit show. We're getting ready to get a divorce. And I just remember her in her singleness, she always felt like she was behind. And I learned from that. Things are not always what they seem. So, comparison is the thief of joy, y'all. And then the last thing I want to impart on you all is that 2 things can occur at the exact same time. And what I mean by that is you can completely be content in your singlehood and enjoy, living alone and not having any children and just loving your life, traveling and all of those things. And then at the exact same time, have periods of loneliness and feeling lonely. And that's okay too. Let those feelings pass through you, because that's all loneliness is. It's a fleeting moment. It'll come and it'll go. Just enjoy the season that you're in, because there are other women looking at you saying, oh my God, look at your life. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Y'all winning. All right.
5-year-old that's been single for almost 3 years now. My biggest advice, if you want to actually get into a relationship, is not to let yourself be single for almost 3 years. Guys, me being single for so long, I feel like it's so hard for me to date. Like, I am so used to being by myself. Like, I'm so comfortable being alone that dating is just like, I date, don't get me wrong, but like to actually get it to a point where I'm in a relationship, it's very difficult for me, because you're competing with me. Like, and me is a good time. Like, me has a lot of fun. Me keeps things taken care of, right? So when I'm dating, I'm really stacking you up against myself, and that makes things really, really hard, because I treat myself so well. Like, it's really bad. Like, if you want to be in a relationship, you do not need to be single for more than 2-year stretches. I promise you. Even that might be too long, because it's rough.
I don't have nothing to look forward to no more when it comes to relationships. And I don't care when people are like, oh, you're being dramatic. Oh, I don't want to date anymore. I'm probably never going to date anybody seriously again. I'm probably never going to be in a serious relationship again. I just realized that men, y'all don't like women. Y'all don't like black women. Y'all only like us when we're naive, when we're not taking care of ourselves, when we're not loving ourselves, when we're not understanding what our worth is. We, as women, we're doomed. Like, we're doomed. And I'm at a point right now is either you get with the program or you stay in denial. And I'm at a point right now where I'm just going to get with the program, because let's not sit here and act like that I'm going to find true love. I'm going to find my person. I'm going to be in a happy, healthy relationship. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because if we're being honest, I just feel like the more I think about relationships, I just think about how I just don't trust men. I feel like men are predatory. I feel like men just want to use us. I feel like men are only with us for convenience. I feel like men are only with us because we help them boost their ego, their self-esteem. We improve their life, all of the above. And I'm never going to get anything that I dish out to a man in return. So I'm just going to accept the fact that it's over for me. I've been accepted the fact, but just as the days go on, there's literally no hope. And it's sad, because I really wish it wasn't like this. Like, I'm also just too self-aware. And I know that the generation that we're in, the times that we are in, men are showing themselves 100%. They are not holding back. We see who they are. It's either up to me to ignore it or be honest. And I'm going to be honest with myself. It's not happening. So I'm just going to enjoy this life alone, being healthy, being single, enjoying my rent, my peaceful home, and, my career. And I'm just going to act like they don't exist, because at this point, men don't exist in my world. And we're never going to exist in theirs, at least the way that we deserve.
Whenever a woman says that she's single and she's good looking and all of that stuff, men especially tend to assume that it's because there's a problem with her and that she's undesirable. And if she's not married, it's like, oh, like, you're at the bottom of the barrel, nobody no want you, yada yada yada. But really and truly, a lot of women nowadays are choosing to stay single and unmarried because these men nowadays are built differently. I don't know what it is, but these days it's better for you to stay single and happy and maintain your sanity than to go be in a relationship just for the sake of saying you have a man or for say you're married. Have you ever felt lonely in a relationship? That loneliness is worse than the loneliness that you will feel while you are by yourself. Because by yourself, yeah, normal and natural for feeling lonely. But when you're in a relationship and you feel lonely, that's the worst thing ever. I have done so much work to get myself to the level where I am right now, and I honestly cannot risk all of that just to be in a relationship with somebody. In order for me to say I'm comfortable with being in a relationship with somebody, they have to meet certain standards, and the standards that I have are not unrealistic. They're quite easy to meet if you are a decent human being and if you're a good man.
A lot of women thrive when they are single, like truly thrive when they are single, but they have been guilted into believing that being a single woman does not equate to success, and you have to invite a man in it to kind of like bring it all together. But in reality, men can be blockages in your life. A lot of women are their most happiest, healthiest. They make the most money, their careers thrive, their business ideas thrive, their creative energy flows, thus allowing them to have hobbies and make more money when they are not involved with men. I know that to be true for me. Like, everything about my life is much better when I do not have a man in my energy space. For me, it just immediately like takes something away from my life. And a lot of men know that, and they will purposely get in the way of your life and your success as a happy, thriving woman.
If you stay single and build your business and put all that effort and energy into what you're trying to create, you don't have to worry about a man sabotaging your business, trying to clout chase off of what you've done. And I understand that if you have somebody and you care about him, you don't want him to feel some kind of way. A lot of women try to protect a man's ego because they feel like, well, he has help. He ain't gave you no real money. You know what I mean? Like, it's these men want attention. They don't even really want to work and get money. They just want the attention. My daughter's father opened my first salon for me. He bought the space. He did the build out. His father was the electrician. He did all the electrical work. He did all that for me. He didn't have to go around telling everybody what he did. He did that for my daughter. He did that for me. It's like nowadays a man will give you the bare minimum or invest the bare minimum, but he want all the accolades off of your hard work. You really the one that went to the bank and got that funding. You the one who did the footwork and finding some place and getting a location. He just probably gave you $2-3, and now he thinking that, he want to let everybody know, like, yeah, this is what I did. And he didn't do that. And I'm going to be honest with you. If a woman is successful in her business and she has a man, you guaranteed you done gave that man about 20 other women that he probably wouldn't have had if didn't nobody even know about y'all. The colder that you are, the stronger that you are, the more successful that you are as a female, whatever man you with, he's going to get the attention of other women based off of you and what you've done for yourself, because women going to think that he did it. I back in the day, like early 2000s, if you was in Atlanta from 99 to 06, we had a time. I'm too old. I'm damn near 50. I don't club hop. I don't go to the clubs or none of that. But I met some guys from Atlanta, and they had their section, and they, I'm like, oh, they cute, But I came in, I'm from Chicago. If you Chicago, Detroit, when we come through, we gonna come through and we gonna put it on. I had my Rolex, all my jewelry on, all of that. And so we formed a friendship, and I introduced him to somebody that I knew. So I was a middleman for him for other things. But he would tell me, he said, I love when you come in town. I love when you kick it with us, because when you walk away, when you go to the bathroom or whatever you do, I get about 20 numbers. I said, what you mean? He said, because you come in, you look so good when you come through. You always have your expensive stuff on. He said, those women think I bought that for you. When we talking and we in the section and we having a good time, women are watching you. And when you walk away, they give me their number because they think that you my woman and that all that fly shit, all that expensive shit that you wear, they think I bought it for you. So I'm telling you, that was back then. So a lot of times now on the internet, we post certain things and a man will sit up there and clout chase off a woman, especially a woman that's successful. Other women will want that man based off a simple fact of what you have. Because in their mind, they like, oh, she got it, I could get it too. The more successful you are, the more attention you gonna give that man, because every woman thinks that he done did that for you. These men clout chase too much. If you really want to be successful in business and whatever it is, your endeavor, stay single. You don't have to worry about his feelings. You can invest all that time and energy into you.
It is better to be single than be with a loser. Let me repeat that. It is better to say, I am a single woman, than be with a loser saying, I am with a loser. Okay? Now, a lot of these guys will tell you in the comments, well, that's why you're going to be single. Well, if you're the only option presenting themselves to me as if you're the prize and if you're the target, then yes, I will be single on purpose. If you are optioning yourself to me because I didn't even look in your direction, sir, you are not the target. So a lot of these guys are so used to pygmishing you that they obviously mistake most women as desperate. Okay? A woman is not desperate to quickly get with any type of loser who can't pay the bills, who can't impress her or do anything.
Single women that live alone with no boyfriend. What are you doing right now? Let me read to you what the comment section is, because it is incredible.
I'm so excited.
Breathing air a man hasn't ruined. Thriving. Whatever the hell I want to. Honestly, this is the happiest I've ever been. No angry man wanting something from me. Enjoying peace in my clean and quiet space.
There are no dishes in my sink.
Being happy knowing my leftovers I'm looking forward to are still in the fridge. Oh, just got home from an 8-course pop-up dinner with 3 girlfriends on a Monday night. I love this little life. Gambling in Vegas and saw Alanis Morissette last night. Are you kidding?
Oh my God. If Alanis Morissette...
If she comes to Houston...
is she in Vegas? Does she have a residency?
Does she? Are we going?
Are we going?
Oh my God.
Isn't it ironic?
Single women.
If you are a single woman in 2025 and beyond, you only have a couple of options, and I'm going to tell you what they are. Option number 1, stay single, stay celibate. Do not let these men touch you. It's stress-free. It's easy to do. Option number 2, continue dating. Keep searching for the love that you will never find in the arms of these men. But no, in continuing to date, you're going to have to deal with stress, drama, disease, heartache, lies, abuse, etc. But, if you're still willing to date, those are things that you have to be okay with in order to be dating men. So I'm assuming that if you are still dating in search of love, you have already accepted that you will have to deal with the BS. Probably going to have to deal with baby mothers, kids in different places, he probably broke, etc. And also know that if you are still dating men, you are competing with the most desperate women for the most basic and useless males. Option number 3, get you a girlfriend. Yeah, that's about it.
Hot take, but once you actually make your own money, you realize that the only reason that you craved a man was because you were in survival mode and you wanted somebody to help you buy your food or buy your life or do activities that you couldn't do yourself. And then once you actually have money, you could pay people to do those same things, and you realize the only thing that a man causes is stress and dirt and beard trimmings in the sink. And I need somebody to tell me, like, if you actually are a woman with a brain and emotional intelligence and you crave deep connection, but you also were successful and have your own money, like, how did you find your man and where? Because I've looked everywhere and I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. I think I'm looking for a third cat.
I was sitting here reflecting on the fact that I just love being fucking single, bitch. Like, I don't have to worry about nobody's unhealed son projecting his trauma onto me because he wasn't healed or refuses to heal from his last relationships, refuses to look within. So then he's just going to keep jumping from relationship until he sees me. And I say, bitch, no, I'm staying fucking single, bitch. I don't have to worry about my nervous system fighting for its fucking life, bitch. It's called peace. I don't have to worry about nobody fucking cheating on me, bitch. I don't gotta worry about STDs, STIs. I don't gotta worry about possibly third party people. And I don't have to feel like I have to keep the house 100% perfect 100% of the time, all the fucking time. It's so relaxing over here, y'all. Like, ever since I have been single, my physical looks not only upgraded, but I upgraded energetically. I upgraded emotionally. I upgraded mentally without worrying about somebody's fucking son. Taking care of somebody's grown ass son. A boy in a man's body. Abso-fucking-lutely not. If y'all know the tarot card spread, any of y'all that know it, I will fucking happily wait for my emperor. I want an emperor, not a knight. I want a man who's already established, already knows who he is, doesn't have a mask on, emotionally available, emotionally mature. And I will happily wait for that. Divine timing, baby. Anything else will just be distractions.
5 things that make life better after divorce. Number 1, sleeping. You have the entire bed to yourself. You don't have to listen to anyone snore. There's no tossing and turning. The temperature is exactly how you want it. You can sprawl, you can burrow, you can have pets with you. Sleeping is a joy. Number 2, all the decisions are yours to make. There's no compromise. There's no discussion. There's no what if. There's no considerations. You do what you want, when you want, however you want, with whomever you want. Number 3, your health is so much better. You don't have to take care of someone else, which means all of your efforts can go into your physical, mental, and emotional health. So, I don't know, you're going to be a shining star. Number 4, finances. Okay, you may have less money as a single person, but all of the financial decisions are yours. You don't have to budget for someone else. You don't have to have a conversation about your finances with someone else. You call the shots all the time. And for a lot of women, we're making more money on a single income than we were with that guy. And number 5, peace. We have peace like a river. You're not weighed down anymore by that awful relationship. Literally, it's just you and the morning sunlight every day. Peace abounds. It is just the greatest thing ever.
We are living a single, in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl. Keep your head up, what? And keep your head up, that's right. Whenever this life gets tough, you gotta fight. Homegirl standards, who I like? Am I right? True blue is like glue. We are check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
There are so many women who would rather be single. That doesn't mean they're lonely. That doesn't mean they're not being provided for. Because that's the part that y'all dusties don't understand. When a woman is single, because she don't want your dusty butt living up under her roof or trying to split bills with you, she doesn't, feel like she's missing anything but a headache. When she can go out every night of the week, eat for free by going on dates, when she can go travel with some random, when she can literally get somebody else to pay her bills that's probably older than her and don't even have to live with them or do their nasty, dirty laundry or sit up there and argue with somebody who don't make no money. You understand? It's not the same as it's for y'all when y'all are single. It's not the same for no dusty man who's single versus a woman who is single. When we're single, we're getting more. When y'all are single, you're spending more because you got to try to impress this chick over here. And then when it falls through because you're really dusty, then you got to go impress this chick over here. And when you can't pay for this, then you got to switch up. Then you got to go find a pygmisha, recover, and then try again. It's not the same thing. And along the way, y'all are dropping kids everywhere that you can't afford. So, honestly, nobody respects you. You're a joke. Nobody wants to be your wife and nobody wants to claim you as their man, their boyfriend, or nothing. 0 people. Do you understand? A woman who's single can live richer and happier and more peaceful with more bills paid than married to some dusty. And that's where we're at.
Single is fantastic. Every decision is yours to make. You can eat cereal for dinner. You can paint the walls any color that you want. You can book a flight without consulting a soul. And yet every responsibility is also yours. There's no one to turn to, no one to offload a task to and say, hey, can you get this? Here's 3 things that I do to stay on top of my game. One is to create a to-do day. Instead of having little things on your to-do list that just ruin your day because they're always in the back of your mind and it just keeps carrying over, and now you have 10 days in a row that have been ruined by this thing. I set aside an entire day to do all of the things. Pay the bills, stop at the lawyer's office, stop at the RMV if I have to, go get Drano, wash my car. Instead of it feeling frustrating, it feels so productive. And of course, you're going to slip in a quick lunch with a friend or maybe a pedicure somewhere along the way. The mind reframe is so powerful on this. 10 out of 10. This has improved my quality of life and improved my chances of getting shit done. Number 2 is befriending a realtor. Everyone needs a realtor bestie. Realtors are walking Rolodexes of competent adults. Most of them have a list of preferred vendors that they have been working with for years. They have well-established relationships with electricians, plumbers, contractors, the fire department, all of the things that you might need access to as a single woman. And the third thing is to create a life database. There's a lot of ways to do this. I'm doing mine in Notion right now. But if something ever happens and I go down and someone needs to step in and take over my life, it doesn't become a scavenger hunt. Everything is right there at someone's fingertips. And it just helps me with my quality of life every single day. Like organization on steroids.
Last night I came home from work and I was tired. And I went to bed at maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. I didn't have to get no kids ready for the next school day. I didn't have to cook nobody dinner. I ate a fucking Hot Pocket. And I took my melatonin gummy and I was out like a light by 8:30. Okay? My body naturally woke me up at 2 o'clock. It is now 4:30, almost 5 o'clock. I woke up, I turned on the lights, I started cleaning a little bit. And then I made myself breakfast. You know how grateful I am that I don't have to worry about tiptoeing around the house because I got some damn kids, or worry about waking my partner up. It's just me and my dog. And he chilling. I literally just put food in the bowl for him and I make sure he has water, and that's it. He gets in his crate when he's ready to go to sleep. I don't have to put his clothes out for school tomorrow. I don't have to make sure his homework's done. He just be vibing. I'm saying all that to say that I'm so grateful for the place that I am in my life right now, because I have my own apartment, I have my own car, I have my own money, I have my own time, I have my little dog. I have everything I need. And I don't have to answer to nobody. I pay these motherfucking bills. I don't answer to no fucking body. This is my shit. Okay? And there's gonna be a day where that's not the case anymore. Like, I'm so grateful to be single in this moment, just living my own life, because one day I won't be. And one day I'm gonna have a little human. And this will never happen again. So yeah, at 5 in the morning, I'm so happy to be sitting here eating fucking chicken, sausage, and eggs. Because one day I'm gonna have to make chicken, sausage, and eggs for a fucking 2-year-old. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that that day is not today. I don't know who needs to hear this, but be grateful for where you are in your journey. Just be grateful, enjoy the ride, because it can all change in an instant. You have no clue when that's gonna happen.
Yes, I'm 30 years old with standards. It's the end of the world. I'm going to die alone. I'm so happy that I got my master's degree instead of wasting my time dating. Trust me, if I dated, my hair would have fell out my head, okay? Dating causes stress, stress causes hair loss. So I'm so happy that I am 30 with a master's degree and not a man dragging me down.
Oh, let me tell you. The time I was single, the first time I was single, I was kind of scared. Like, you know, every woman at some point, if you've been in a relationship, you don't get into a relationship and start having kids thinking that, oh, I want to be a single mom. So whenever I was faced with the reality of becoming a single mom, I was kind of scared. I won't lie to you. I didn't want it. But at the same time, life forced me. The situations forced me. The disrespect forced me to be single. So I decided, let me just be single. Let me start from the bottom. So I did that. I moved out with my son. We got like a studio apartment. It was rough, I can't lie, but it was also worth it. I mean, it helped me know the kind of man I was dealing with. It helped me learn discipline. And let me tell you, when I was in that life, I used to enjoy myself so much. The moment I realized I can cook without anyone judging me, anyone borrowing my food, anyone being condescending about me resting, I could just enjoy my time. And then let me tell you, becoming a single mother lessens your house labor. I didn't realize that until that time. Let me tell you, I no man's clothes to wash. Like that was what did it for me so much. Like, you mean I'm not washing any dirty man's clothes? Oh my God. And I promised myself I'd never do it again, ever. And I've never done it again. I'm in a relationship, but I don't do that. I've never done it again. So let me tell you, being single as a woman, even if you're a single mother, it will lessen your work. I came to realize living with a man is much harder than living with children. That's what, funny enough, I came to realize. Okay, living with children, showing up for them is not easy, but it's easier than living with a man. That's how taxing these men are. Especially if you find these men who have toxic masculinity, who expect you to do all the dog work, go 50-50, as if he'll be in the maternity with you going 50-50. Let me tell you, you'll have it rough. You'll be so tired. You'll be so miserable. You'll be looking so miserable. If you meet these men who are triggered by your rest, you'll be so miserable. Let me tell you the truth. So I was so happy. I started glowing. Like, you eat what you want, no compromise. So it went on for like that. And then my son will go to his family during the weekends. I will be free. I started working on this channel. I started working on my goals. I started working on my body at that time. Oh my God. Like, I was having a ball. And at some point, I got so addicted to that life. And I was like, right now, if I got into a relationship, oh my God, that will be the death of what I'm experiencing now. But I knew I wanted to settle down someday. That's for me. That's a personal opinion. So I really enjoyed that time. And I really miss that time. Not that anything is wrong with my time now, but I really enjoy that time. There are things you can enjoy when you're single. A lot of them, to be specific. Let me tell you, enjoy your time when you're single, women. Build your life. Take advantage of that time to chase your dreams, to chase your goals. If I did that with a baby, you can do that when you're child-free. Even better, you can do it. Let me tell you the truth. It was the best time of my life because I got to pursue a lot of things. I got to achieve a lot of things. I got to heal. I got to glow. I got to learn myself more. I got to travel. Like, it was just the best. And when you're in such a happy space, be very careful about the men you attract, because sometimes light attracts darkness. And sometimes you might attract who you are, which is a good thing. But be very careful, protect your peace. Every door tends to open up when you're single, especially when you're celibate, when you're not confusing your energy down there. You tend, like, doors to make money tend to open really fast. If you're smart, you're smart and you know this. Stay celibate. Chase your money. Chase your dreams. Everything works out. You sleep good. You have no worry. Like, I miss that life. Let me tell you right now, I really love my partner. He's one great guy. But if anything was to happen and I was forced to go back to my single life, I will never get into another relationship. Never. Never. I will stay single for the rest of my days. Let me tell you, that's how sweet that life is. Not that anything is wrong with being in a relationship. We have some women who enjoy their relationships. If you're not enjoying your relationship, if you're miserable in your relationship, you should be out of there. No one is forcing you to be there. No disrespect about that. Especially if you have your own money. Like, what is making you stay there? Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Myself, I've enjoyed this video. I don't want to go on and on. I can say I've already spoken for 5 minutes. I don't want the editing to be so hectic because I have like 10 more videos to edit. So I'll leave it at this. Please comment down below on what your thoughts are about this topic, and I'll be happy to see you on my next one. Bye.